Welcome to Fun is Fundamental. Fun is Fundamental is a podcast for those who realize that the enjoyment of life is about having something deep in our souls which lights our fire. It's for those who maybe have lost that fire and feel like they are missing out on the pleasures of life. In each episode, I will share recent fun activities and focus on why having fun is essential for good health. I'm your host, Elenia, and I invite you to take this journey with me and join the pleasure-seeking movement. Hi, welcome to Fun is Fundamental. And today is going to be just kind of a confessional. I don't know if it's really confessional. I just want to talk about where I am in my life a little bit. Over the weekend, we had an ice cream party. That's what we dubbed it. It really was probably more of a barbecue because you can only eat so much ice cream, but we needed savory food, so there was a lot of focus on the barbecue part. It was originally supposed to be an ice cream party, but it was less ice cream party and more barbecue. Casey was not happy about that. Anyway, that's not really what this episode's about, but I just figured I'd be like, hey, I did something fun. This episode is really about I'm at a turning point in my life right now, and on Friday, this will be released the following Friday. On Friday, I had my last day at work after 10 years of being a Montessori preschool teacher, which some of you know because I have said it in at least one episode. I don't know how many. Anyway, I've been doing that for 10 years, and I have decided that I am not returning to that career. My school did close, so I would have had to find another job anyway, but I had already made the decision that I wasn't going to be returning as a teacher because I've had a lot of burnout, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's, I think anyone could tell you that it's not an easy job. Even if you've never done it, you'd be like, wow, that would be a hard job. And then those that have done it, it's a hard job. It definitely took a toll on me physically. I wouldn't blame it all on my job, but I've had health issues like estrogen dominance, which when I first talked to my naturopath and I told her all my symptoms, and she's like, oh, are you a mother? And I was like, no, but I'm a preschool teacher. She's like, oh, that explains so much. I had all these symptoms of the kind of symptoms that mothers often get, I guess. But anyway, I ended up I have estrogen dominance, and it caused a lot of different problems. And then I tore my tendon in my ankle and had to do physical therapy, and it's kind of reverted back a little bit, which is, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna blame that all on my job. I have imbalances in my in my strength. I had one leg that was overcompensating for another leg, and so that contributed to it. But I think the constant emotional labor was probably the thing that took the biggest toll out on me as a preschool teacher. So I am changing directions in my life. I don't have the answers of what I'm doing next. It's literally been 3 days, and this is the first day where I'm alone to be with my thoughts a little bit more. Saturday we had people over, so I wasn't thinking about that. The day after, it wasn't suddenly I'm gonna have this all figured out. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been kind of figuring out what I want to do with this time. There's some obvious things get rid of stuff because I have a lot of clutter. Do some deep cleaning of the house. Casey and I have wanted to buy a house, But basically, it's just meant that I have just been renting and feeling like I don't have a real home, and I don't treat the place that I live like it's a real home. It's basically like I'm perpetually a 20 something, the way that I live, the way that my house looks, like my living space looks. And I'm just tired of it. I want a place that's a sanctuary. So I have some work to do on making my house be the home that I want it to be, even if it's not the actual home that I want, kind of thing. And then I'm obviously focusing a lot on my physical health, eating nutritious food, but not in like an obsessive way. Just taking care of my body. Like I actually, did a full workout today. My ankle hurts a little bit from jumping during my workout, but I know ultimately that's helps with the strength. When I did physical therapy, I was jumping at the end of my, physical therapy. So like, I know that it's not a bad thing for me jumping, but then also really focusing on my sleep because I've had very, very poor sleep for way too long. I don't know when it started. I'm pretty sure I've had poor sleep pretty much my whole adult life. So I really want to become a good sleeper where I'm not waking up in the middle of the night. And yeah, so focusing on sleep, focusing on exercise and eating healthy, and then meditation and reading. I mean, it probably sounds like too much. And it's not like if I don't do all of these things every single day, like I'm a failure. Like I'm really trying to be very relaxed about it, but also like intentional about like this is what I think I need, what'll be healthy for me, and what I want. And then there's the whole financial career aspect of me figuring out what I want and who I want to be. Like, I'm tired of not having things like a retirement fund, a retirement fund. I want retirement to be fun. The fund is for me to have fun, right? So I don't have a retirement fund at all. So, I would like to figure out something to do that I enjoy that will make it so I can start making a retirement fund and so I won't have to work until I die. So that's part of this. In my dream of where I want to be in the world, I want Fun is Fundamental to be more than just this podcast. I want to have events. I want to have retreats. I want to like have these things that we're like, hey, we're having fun. And I do that like in my own life. I would like to bring it to other people's lives, people that I don't know yet. I would like to be like, here, let's do this fun thing, and that other people will want to do it, and then they pay me because I would like that to be an actual job, not just a hobby. Like I do this because it's fun right now for my friends for free. But I'd like to do it and get paid to do it for other people that are not my friends. But maybe they'll be my future friends, right? This is the dream. This is what I aspire for. I know it's probably sounds very millennial to be like, I don't want to work anymore. It's not that there wouldn't be work involved. There's, just because I am a director and I enjoy putting together parties and events for my friends and, you know, planning things, fun things to do with my friends and me, doesn't mean there's not work involved, you know, but I do it because I enjoy it. I would like to be able to do it because I enjoy it and get paid for it also. That's the dream. But I might be doing other things in the meantime until I make that dream come true. It just there's a lot going on in my head right now, and I can't really focus. So I guess I just wanted to have this little update, this little ditty, and next week will be another interview. If you like what I'm doing here in this podcast, and you like the idea of big picture, fun is fundamental, so many ideas. Oh, one of my really fun big ideas that I'm like, I gotta make this happen. You know that song, September, Earth, Wind, and Fire? Is that correct? I think it's Earth, Wind, and Fire. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Anyway, in 2024, September 21st will be a Saturday. And I want to have a big old party. It's going to be so much fun. Anyway, that's just one of my ideas. I have a lot of ideas. So, if you like that, subscribe, rate, and review. Tell your friends about how awesome Fun is Fundamental as the big picture will be. The podcast is okay, right? I'm not the best talker. I'm working on that. I'm trying to be a better talker. Anyway, like, rate, review. Have a good weekend. Good weekend. I hope that your summer is going well. I hope you're having some fun. Summer's the best time to have fun. I love summer. I hate winter. I would like to talk to someone, interview someone who loves winter, and maybe they can give us all some tips for those of us that hate winter. That's one of my future episodes, interviews that I would like to have, because I need that. You might need that. A lot of the world needs that, because winter kind of sucks. But summer, chef's kiss. More summer. Summer all the time. I live in Seattle. It's not summer all the time. Anyway, have a good week. Have some fun. I love you. Bye.